Hi, this is Rich Boren with Cruiser Services, and this morning I received a message on one of the Watermaker forums about pre-filtering and raw water strainers. We have a client that's running the unit in what I would consider challenging water conditions with high biological activity, high solids, that the raw water strainer and the pre-filters are being asked to filter out to protect the system. So the question is, as it came in this morning, how long should the unit run in between pre-filter changes and raw water filter cleaning? In this example, he was only getting a couple hours of runtime between needed to change the filters and clean out the raw water strainer. And the simple answer is it all depends, because the reality is the raw water strainer is filtering out the large chunks of solids before it gets to the feed pump and then into the high pressure pump and RO membrane. So the more concentration of solids you have in your seawater stream of biological life, soot, grime, algae, plankton, the shorter this span is going to be. Now, is it normal that every 2 to 5 hours you need to clean your raw water strainer and pre-filters? No, I wouldn't call that normal at all. And there's a lot of Watermaker experts, maybe me as included, that would tell you if you're in an environment like that, it's just not a good place to run your Watermaker, because we know what will happen. You won't stay up on the frequent cleaning, the frequent filter changes, and you'll end up causing stress on your feed pump, or letting those filters get too dirty where you're going to have a high pressure incident on your ERS system if you're using an energy recovery pump, or you're going to starve a piston pump by not having enough flow go in. Now, can you do it? Yes. You just have to know the risk, because if you're in an area of extremely high solids content in your seawater stream, well, yeah, you need to make water. That's where you're cruising. But you just need to be aware. You need to really stay up on keeping that raw water filter clean, the raw water strainer, and after the feed pump, you need to keep those pre-filters as clean as possible. Now, visually, they can look bad, but a dirtier filter actually does better 5-micron pre-filtering. So the appearance of the filter isn't your yardstick. Your yardstick is a little bit different depending on the style Watermaker you have. For example, on the Schenker Watermakers, the pressure sensor is at the outlet of the feed pump. It's then pushing into the energy recovery pump. So let's say you're used to seeing 6 to 8 bar on your Schenker pressure gauge. Well, normally that'll correspond roughly to the pressure that your pressure sensor is seeing on the outlet of your feed pump. But you have a pre-filter in between. So if your pre-filter is extremely dirty, you may be seeing, let's say, 7 bar on the ERS unit pressure gauge, but in order for 7 bar to get through the dirty pre-filter, maybe it's 8.5, 9 bar being measured at the exit of your feed pump, because you have all that extra resistance on your 5-micron pre-filter due to particulate loading. So yeah, you could be getting a high alarm cutoff, which on most of the Schenker units is 9.5 bar, preset from the factory. You could be getting a high pressure cutoff, but hey, I'm only seeing 8.5 on the gauge. I'm not seeing 9.5. Well, that pressure differential between the gauge and the actual pressure transducer could be due to a dirty pre-filter. So that's something to keep an eye on the energy recovery pump style like a Schenker. On a piston pump Watermaker, you're going to see dirty pre-filters be displayed, and a symptom will be low boost pump pressure. Because remember, on a piston pump, the boost pump is just feeding the high pressure pump with an ample supply of water. If the pre-filter or pre-filters get dirty, that boost pump pressure goes down, which is measured at the inlet to your high pressure pump. So those are two things to keep an eye on. So when someone says, hey, how long does a pre-filter last? Well, they can last they can last a whole season. If you're in crystal clear water with very low plankton, biological growth, solids in the water, they can last hours to days if you're in a high biological growth plankton setting, or a high soot setting. The intercoastal waterway, that's a whole nother topic. Sometimes I'd recommend not running your Watermaker in that silty water, but some cruisers do. You just need to know where you're at, how often to be checking your pre-filters, what to look for, and to keep an eye on them. Because either way, the Watermaker's an expensive device. You don't want to be going cheap on a $10 pre-filter and jeopardizing your multiple $1,000 Watermaker. So no matter what brand you have, this reality is the same. So keep an eye on that. In the filter posted online photograph that you can see, the raw water strainer mesh actually was starting to get coated by some biological growth, almost a jellious, gelatiny type of material that was occluding and blocking the actual filter mesh. So that's something to keep an eye on as well. That's the one nice thing about the clear filter housing on your raw water strainer. Put your eyes on that frequently. I'd like to put an eye on it and see it, almost every run, but I realize, look, you don't want to be lifting up the floorboards all the time. But make a habit of keeping your eyes on that filter bowl. If it looks dirty and nasty, give it a change, because the feed pumps don't like to suck. They want a positive supply of seawater being pushed into them, which is one of the reasons for the requirement of mounting the feed pumps below the water line. So if that raw water strainer is blocked with kelp, algae, gunk, an octopus, a plastic bag, or in this case, in this photograph, a slimy, gelatiny substance that has coated the mesh screen, you're not going to have flow into the high pressure pump. On a diaphragm pump, that can cause diaphragm tears as it's having to suck a vacuum. On a Pro-Con pump, on some of the larger Schenker Watermakers, that can actually damage and destroy the Pro-Con pump. So definitely something to keep an eye on. Make sure you put your eyes on that raw water strainer frequently to make sure you're not having blockage on the inlet side of the Watermaker.